summer. Look at that view. St. Paul, Minnesota this morning. Meteorologist Kendall Smith, she's joining us this morning to talk about the winners of the Omega Block. I think it's finally time to showcase who those winners are.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So it's really the Northern Plains, the Upper Midwest, the Great Lakes region. Those are the spots where we're actually winning, if you will, winners from this Omega Block.
Good morning, everyone. This is Goddess Taya 4444.
Things are going to stay relatively warm,
Okay.
dry, sunny. It's fantastic. Now, today's forecast...
I'm not going to show the cards, okay?
More in the way of stormy, and we'll have the chance for some showers and storms in places like Kansas as well as Missouri.
But what I have here on the board is the Emperor. This is a Divine Masculine's reading. I have the Emperor, Ten of Wands, King of Wands, the Star, Magician, and the Queen of Cups reverse, and the Judgment. Okay, what I am seeing here is that this Divine Masculine is carrying a lot of problems, carrying a lot of burdens, and he's trying to balance out his life.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, it's a carbon copy day for Saturday and Sunday.
But what I'm feeling is someone
and then we'll stay in the 80s for the majority of next
is causing him a lot of burdens.
Minnesota.
And
tonight is nice because we're having to contend with a lot more in the way of
he's
up and down roller coaster ride. We're in the 40s for today, 50s.
I'm gonna say he's ignoring his intuition.
Friday and Saturday back into the 50s. So you see that up and down actually taking place. And that's as this Omega Block pattern.
It's like he's like
end of this week. However,
it's like he's in disbelief about something, and because his intuition is telling him something, but he's not really listening to it.
And we're not just talking about what we're experiencing today.
You will awaken to this situation.
For some areas to be seeing temperatures that are anywhere between 20
and I have the Ten of Cups.
So as mentioned,
this is about family. You may have children. You may be married. You may be common law married.
By the afternoon this weekend, so 91.
You're feeling like
Saturday, 95 by Sunday. That's incredibly warm.
You know,
and look into next week.
You have no choice
very likely above average
in the matter that this is what you got to do, or this is what you're dealing with, or whatever. But it's causing you a lot of burdens.
There's a few spots where we might be slightly above average in terms of precip, but nothing major. And then down south, where we really desperately need a break from all of the recent rounds of heavy rain and storms, we're finally going to get that. So places like Texas, Louisiana will be receiving some beneficial dry time because it's been quite some time since we've been able to see that. So some winners,
and you having all of these burdens,
my family is
you're going to wake up. You're going to spiritually awaken. Eventually, you will listen to your intuition. You will listen to your intuition. And it may have something to do with the home.
Average highs in Canada in the mid-60s this time of year, at least in Winnipeg.
Maybe you're going to lose a home
reached the 80s for the first time this year,
because of this person.
A lot more like summer than it is spring.
The Blues lost, but Winnipeg did win. They're going to play the
This person wasn't paying the rent.
Thanks, Kendall. Love talking about the winners, even if there are some losers.
I'm feeling like you the one that works and you bring home the bacon, but your person is not doing
this is out of Henderson, Nevada, which isn't too far from Las Vegas.
what they are supposed to be doing.
Record rain coming out of the city. We'll be right back after this one.
Your person is materialistic. Your person is worried about how they look and how the children look. The children got to be stylish or whatever. This is the energy that I am picking up with these cards.
On these canvas, I have absolute and total power. I can do anything here my heart desires. I can change the course of muddy rivers. Anything. When I go home, the only thing I have any power over is the garbage.
Your person wants
There we are. That's okay.
everybody to think
Always
that
stick to this piece of canvas
you are
and create any illusion that I want.
he or she sees your good,
Like that.
but they don't want to see it, and they want other people to think differently of you. My man couldn't even keep the rent going or whatever. You know, couldn't keep the house. We have to move in with you or something. You know, no matter how good of a person you are, they wanna make it look like you're not doing shit. I'm hearing them say, my man come home, give me the money, and I do such and such and such and such. But you know what? This person, whoever, it could be a parent or something.
I'm a huge fan of lobster. I'm not a huge seafood.
You know, they know that your person is doing wrong.
With this plate. R.I.P. Larry. Larry the lobster. We're here to cook. We're not.
And not paying the bills and all that.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
But see, your parents is not trying to get into your business. They don't want to feel like they don't want you to feel like they are interfering. That you have to learn your lesson.
Hello and welcome inside Weather Command. I'm Stephen Morgan.
Good morning,
This is what I
everybody.
am feeling.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Before you launch into the day, getting you filled in on the weather news. Good to see you, by the way.
Likewise.
And this is the energy that I'm getting. I'm not getting anything with this deck.
More areas that are going to be dealing with that chance.
Let me see.
Especially through the southern plains.
And then I want
But
to
before we
get
dive into that, we want to take a look at what happened in the Northeast, even the Northeast, getting some spicy storms just yesterday.
what's going. Let me see.
We gotta listen to it a couple more times.
Hold up.
The
I'm
reaction says it all.
trying
This is in
to
northeastern Pennsylvania.
see.
This was Northampton County yesterday, and we had severe storms.
I want to get what's
a few severe thunderstorm warnings.
what
and
lies beneath
tornado warnings.
all of this
National Weather
shit
Service in Mount Holly,
that you're going
Philadelphia,
through.
They're going to send a team to Bangor,
that you
because close by, near where this video was shot, there was a few reports.
trying to make it work.
Yeah, so as we wait on that, let's take it 1,200 miles.
But
This in Louisiana, the drenching rain, the intense wind, all coming down over Monroe, Louisiana. In fact, we had a confirmed tornado right near the Texas-Louisiana border. All while these storms are firing up across the region. In fact, we even saw some intense hail out of Texas as well.
but you're kind of confused. I'm trying to find this deck. What lies beneath?
Yeah, those hailers were loud. The Dallas Metroplex.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Translated east, propagated east.
So-
yesterday, two separate clusters. You see the one. This was from Tuesday afternoon.
Let me
And then watch what
see.
developed late at night, and then overnight from Corpus Christi pushing in. It was that batch of storms that produced some big.
I'm
hail.
seeing what I could get with the sacred karmic shadow work.
I digress. The reports aplenty. New Jersey, obviously, and
Let me see what I could get out of here.
Back here in a little bit, but it's been the Gulf Coast that has really taken.
What message
And Louisiana yesterday
will
has
come
been the
out
newest state. added to this repeated round
here
of severe weather, of flooding threats. I mean, you've got it all.
because
Yeah, and as we watch current radar, we know the stuff for severe weather doesn't end out of this.
you are
The
heavily
severe
burdened.
storms in the south yesterday.
You're
across
heavily
the Gulf Coast,
burdened.
Had some pretty intense convection, especially out over the Gulf. But then you take it into College Station, Texas, north and west of Houston. Look at all of the rain that came down and just saturated this area. We always say roads turning to rivers.
Anything
and it sounds
from
cliche,
this
but it's
deck
really the best
here.
way to describe
Wait a minute.
driving in front of the Taco Bell,
Okay.
this more commercial district area where we have incredible amounts of standing water, but people able to drive through it, and it looks like safely. I do believe there were some reports.
I
water
do
rescue, people getting
see
stuck in some
you
of the higher water. These are
withdrawing
classic areas, by the way,
from
not
this
just in College Station,
connection.
those underpasses where you get them a little bit more low. They're low
And your
lying,
person
and
is
the water just all starts to
your
funnel
your
into those
person
zones. So
is
getting to those
overly
areas is tricky.
emotional.
Be mindful of that.
Uh,
With the flood threat in
When
fact,
things don't go her way, she
for the severe threat,
bringing the
we've seen some
tears.
changes and some updates. So the Storm Prediction Center, they took the outlook for today, they made some adjustments, and we now have just a level 1 risk. Earlier this morning, if you were with
Your
us,
person
we
is
did have a
very
level 3 for
needy.
portions of Texas, kind of in between that Houston to Corpus to San Antonio zone. Everybody's just in now a level 1. Even the severe thunderstorm watch that we had, that was allowed to expire. In
You're
areas.
taking some time to yourself. This is what I feel with this card. You're taking some time for yourself.
More people, especially from Corpus up towards Port Lavaca. It's more clouds.
You are awakening.
The storms that we had that went through.
You are awakening.
Eat up some of that energy.
Yeah, they did, and we're also watching.
You are feeling withdrawn from this connection. Your person is overly emotional and is needy. Your person is codependent on you.
All of this getting out of Galveston, Houston, we're seeing improvement in Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't rule out that diurnally driven, that the afternoon heating destabilizes the afternoon. You kind of get these popcorn showers and storms.
They have some insecurity problems and they are lazy.
Storm clusters that can be a bit more formidable.
They are lazy.
Don't look to be a threat for at least the next 12 hours.
They don't do nothing. They don't even cook.
I mean, we'll see. This is an interesting.
All they do,
because a lot of the convection is off over the water. So right now,
They-
Lake Charles
they-
is faring
they'll
better
cook
than, well,
when-
several oil rigs that are in the Gulf right at the moment.
Like
There was a
on
reality
paydays or
in
something.
Oklahoma
When it's something that they
hasn't
want,
been over the
they'll cook.
water, probably dealing with several
Mhm.
water spouts at the moment. But the fact that it's over water, okay.
And you'll buy into it.
The fact of the matter is,
Oh,
because
hell,
you have land,
They
I think
doing
that you have
something
that
with your
contingency
food.
around. So it's all about this boundary, and it'd be foolish to try to say.
See, the magician card is out here.
We'll get an idea of where that boundary is trying to.
They're doing something with your
I
food.
think, noting, and we'll dive into the flood threat later, but we did have a severe thunderstorm warning. That was
You
about
may
to
be
expire.
dealing with the water sign.
All rates that are in some cases exceeding 4 inches per hour, which was very tough.
This heavy burden that you're carrying, she feels like you're a worrywart. You worry too much, but like I said,
So noticing even in through Houston, a lot of the showers and storms have drifted further off to the south. It's
they're
not
doing
threat,
spell work on you.
Not so much.
Curious,
further.
you see that bottle like right there, love potion? Yeah, that's what she doing. That's what the fuck she doing. She's narrow-minded. Narrow-minded ass.
And our Fox model wants to, along the RGV, the Rio Grande Valley, develop blossom.
And conceited.
I've seen it before where they pulse up and then they figure out. Yeah. I mean, you might get that, and not a ton of movement in the atmosphere this afternoon. So, and with things being.
It could be a man or a woman. It could be vice versa.
And then we expand the storm threat because this pattern it's changing, but it's going to remain consistent along the Gulf Coast where we have these repeated rounds.
When you leave, if you haven't left now, they're resentful. Your person is resentful.
actually, let's stay there and let's talk about the flooding threat because
promiscuous too. And they nonchalant about the shit that they do to you. They're nonchalant about it. They don't give a fuck.
Exactly where?
Like I said, you see her sitting up there on the bed, all dressed up and everything. She feel like she got it like that. She feel like she got it like that. Yeah, she doing spell work on you. And she vulgar. Oh my God.
This was in southwest Louisiana.
Her vulgarness turns you on.
Now it's pushing into New Orleans, so we're watching.
Like I said, love potion.
We're seeing some significant reports coming out.
Love potion.
From last night's rain, and we kind of know the name of the
game. And they think they know it all.
A cluster of storms, we get a break. We deal with another round, we get another break. Flood warnings, flood watches.
They think they know everything,
have been expanding somewhat,
but they are reckless.
How the flood warnings are at least.
And what I'm getting with that is, your person gets drunk,
reach major flood stage from rain back in April,
or get high.
That flooding has moved.
I'm feeling like they may have had a car accident with your car.
Because they're farther inland, are going to have to move into rivers and.
That's one of the things that's heavy. Another one of the things that's heavy on your mind. They don't pay the car note.
Having as minimal impacts of flooding as you can get, but when you get into a pattern like this where a front's not really wanting to clear the coast, we get these review routes. So more
dishonest
to go around for everyone the past 24 hours. It really has.
And they're clingy.
Texas,
they want to go everywhere you go.
Get into the mix. We saw the flood watches there.
Damn, they probably come on your job too.
Change in where these flood watches are now because yesterday they were all the way into New Mexico.
Yeah, I think everything's shifting further.
I'm feeling like they want you to work and they don't want you to work. They want you to work, but at the same time, they want you home too.
Not in a flash flood warning. There's still very likely some ponding that's been occurring. We're taking a look.
And you like,
just look at how wet it is. And so with this morning,
that's love spell.
Severe thunderstorm warning that does include
that fucking love spell she put on you.
It looks like maybe the outskirts of the
he or she put on you.
Jefferson, Orleans, and Plaquemines Parish, as well as portions of St. Bernard.
60-mile-per-hour winds, right? Hail's not a huge deal. We know the column.
Yeah, what I say? She's alcoholic.
If we do get some, it's probably not going to be bigger than pennies, maybe pea-size hail. So
you're her shelter.
And at least the reflectivity, what we're seeing based on
you're her, him or her. You're your person's shelter.
Yeah, as these storms are moving into New Orleans, what do you think? We get a flash flood warning?
Or they may have had a sheltered life.
That particular cell that's now tagged for severe, moving east at 35. Yeah. So it's not incredibly.
They want to know where you are every second of the day. They even call you on your job. See if you're at work.
This is where the level 3 out of 4 threat has been. And we'll continue to watch how things play out in Louisiana. It's certainly keeping tabs on that storm. I want to pivot quickly because we've seen floods ongoing in Texas.
This is a very, 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 very toxic situation I'm feeling here.
In fact, it's called Texoma.
Very toxic situation. Let me see what lies beneath all of this shit that you're going through.
For 14 days,
I see getting played.
It has been wild.
Getting played.
Falls, Texas. Over the course of these past
you're being manipulated
end of April,
with lies and control.
Afternoons have gotten dark. Storms, even severe weather.
Your intuition has been warning you.
Some big problems. We've seen numerous roads have been closed.
Your intuition has been warning you.
We look back on and. Just to highlight, shout out to our weather presentation department for making this map. Since the 26th of April, we have had either a flood watch, a flood.
And you know what? When I'm getting with this,
Wichita County, Texas. This is right.
You hate nothing about your person. You love everything about your person because you're under a spell. Okay? You're under a motherfucking spell.
Just stop. Not you. Mother Nature.
Well, I think
Yeah.
Bad
Right.
choices.
But it's, yeah, when you put it
That
in
was a
this
bad
perspective,
choice,
I mean,
but-
if you're living it day in, day out, it feels like it's been monotonous and wet. And for farmers and anybody who has
A lot of people made bad choices in their life.
ready to get
You
on
know,
it.
all you gotta do is just forgive yourself and keep it moving. Like I said, you are being spiritually awakened. You're being
Right.
awakened
There's no shortage of rain video.
about this
Let's
situation.
jump over to the Northeast. So guess where this is? Guess where this is?
And I'm feeling like somebody is also warning you.
Yesterday, the Northeast has been stuck in a very ugly
But it's
pattern of
like
cloud
you don't
rain
know
and
what to
storms.
do. You're
Well, today will
confused.
be a little bit of a
And
break
that
and
is
again,
because
the rest of
she
the day
has,
and some storms
he
that'll
or
continue
she
part of
has a
Thursday
spell
and
work.
into Friday. So the region needs to be prepared.
Spell
We'll also
on
talk
you.
about the threat for flooding because
Keeping the
today's
promise.
so
She's the, he or she is the type of person. I'm feeling like when you say something to your person is like, you promise,
Let me guess. You're checking lap times.
and you say, yeah.
I'm playing Chumba Casino. Start your entrance with Chumba Casino. Now partnering
They're
with
keeping
20
you
club racing,
to your
hundreds of
promise.
social games like slots, bingo, and live
That
social
I'm hearing that real good.
We're in.
racing to the
You
jackpot.
say something,
Chumba Casino.
and your
The
person
game is all
say,
about
you promise, and always bringing up that factor,
I'm not a huge fan of lobster.
keeping your
I'm not a
promise.
huge seafood person to begin with. I feel so bad. But there's a lot on the line with this plate. R.I.P. Larry. Larry the lobster. We're
But
here to
see,
cook. We're not here to
If
raise
you're
the lobster.
separated, they're fighting
Sorry,
for
buddy.
you.
Poor Larry.
They're not fighting for you. They're fighting for what you have. That's why they want you back if you're separated. If you're not separated, they're trying to keep you. Again, your person is promiscuous. What I'm feeling like is your
I'm
person.
not a huge fan of lobster.
What I'm feeling like is your person is seductive.
But there's a lot on the line.
And that's how she got you.
R.I.P. Larry. Larry the lobster. We're here to cook. We're not here to raise a lobster.
Oh, yep.
I'm so sorry, buddy. Poor Larry.
If y'all not together, he or she is falling apart. But you all
On this camera,
did hire and for some of you, you did hire an investigator or have your person investigated.
When I go home, the only thing I have any power over is
Yeah.
garbage. It's there and waits on me.
So,
There we are.
oh, you realize that she's
Always
trash.
escape to this piece
You
of
need to throw the trash out.
and create any illusion that I want.
You realize you got fake ass friends too.
Yeah.
Yep, and you're tired of the drama. You're tired of the drama. Like I said, you're having a spiritual awakening. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull some healing cards.
We want to start in the Northeast as we are
Empowerment
finally taking a
card.
break today. The sun's up, so
And
it's not dark anymore, which is but we want to
and
take it
focus
into, Pennsylvania.
card
Yesterday
on
was
you.
a wild afternoon. Storms bubbling in from the south, and
And so
sights that we saw
these, to
visibly,
me,
we were
is
able to
newcomers
at the very least, a funnel. If this was interacting with the surface,
that
there
are
have been a couple of
in
damage reports reports out. National Weather Service.
These emperors
clearly
are still in
severe afternoon in
a relationship, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, here goes
It's
some
right where the Storm Prediction Center had it
healing
at and thought,
here.
yeah, this looks like we could have some severe weather.
Okay.
Verified. We also
Healing.
have the flooding concern.
Okay,
That's
what
coming
do
from
my
Louisburg and
emperor
parts of the
need
Northeast. So
to
looking at some of the
heal?
reports that we got out of in Pennsylvania,
You
certainly when
yourself
you consider Texas and
have
Louisiana,
some
you had a huge
childhood
spread of these
issues.
reports, but it's slightly more
You
densely populated in
you
parts of
feel
the country. So we get
insecure.
some of these reports and to see the
You feel like
storms
you're not
roll in
enough.
from the south, a bit concerning. The one confirmed
And you
tornado
feel
report that
like
we had out of
you're not
Pennsylvania
going to
was
get
in
any
Northampton
better.
County, Bangor.
Yes, you
There
are.
were damage reports around this tornado
There,
before
God
we
has someone
investigated
for
the
everybody.
Mount Holly office. But you saw how as this
Okay?
upper level low was beginning its exit, how the storms just bubbled in. We had some showers move out
Either
over
you're
the east of
rejecting
Long
your
Island into
person,
parts of
or
New England, but the
when
Washington
things
Township
don't go
Emergency
right
Management, they had reported that
and
trees
you
were
say
down in the
no
area. But we'll leave it
to
up
your
the National Weather
person,
Service to determine if
they,
that damage
well,
correlates
we not together
to the
anymore,
back
and whatever. So that could be both ways. You either rejecting them and they are ignoring your rejection.
For reference, I'm going to put where that
Yeah,
was
they're
yesterday.
playing the
Roughly
victimhood.
there, over
They're
Ohio
playing the victim.
and West Virginia. This morning, it's moved to the north
And
and to the
your
east. So
person is
basically,
playing
we
the
have that
victim.
wraparound moisture. In fact, some dry air mixing in. So areas that have been very soggy, Philadelphia,
Either
New York
or.
City, even Boston, getting in on some nicer weather. We can't totally
You
rule out
need
Marissa,
to
the fact that we get
change
some
the
showers today. We have a few right now upstate.
you need to trust your
95 corridor.
intuition.
Maybe today's shaping up to be a much better day.
Trust
for the
your
95.
intuition.
I didn't bring the umbrella.
You didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It was still sprinkling this morning.
If you feel like somebody's telling you something right, trust it. Because
Boston, if you're in Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, if you're up
the
in
Lord
Boston,
didn't send that person into your life for nothing.
One low exits, another one's going to enter from stage left, and this low is going to be around.
So you need to trust your intuition. Trust God. Yeah, that's what it is. You need to trust God.
Along the 95 corridor. That's going to increase, as I had mentioned, that flood risk. So we'll have
Anything else?
Poconos into the Hudson Valley,
Okay.
might have some flooding issues if we get too much rain.
Yeah, and we'll watch the forecast for the weekend because it is looking better for the morning.
You're paranoid.
Okay, moving on. We all love the finer things in life. I know I do.
That spell work that they have on you has you paranoid. You need to heal that.
Along the shores of Lake Michigan, the beautiful sunsets, really just
Authority.
one positive to living along the lake. But what if that dreamed property began?
Your person is like controlling you.
Right, not a new phenomenon, but the increase of land loss has grown rapidly in recent years.
And it's one thing to say that shoreline is eroding, but it's another thing to actually see it. Nathan Vodovic joins us.
I don't feel
Nathan,
like
good morning.
you-
The owner of Nate's Dronography. You took the video. Incredible
You
to see. It's
are
sad to see too. And when we look
demanding
at
or what I
Michigan,
feel
so
like
it's
your
the
person
Michigan side
is
of Lake Michigan.
demanding.
You've filmed this shoreline multiple times. Is the rate
Martyr.
of erosion surprising to you? It doesn't really seem like it's been a slow process.
Trauma.
Yeah, it is
Illusion.
every
Your
year,
person has you in
from
an
fall to
illusion.
spring, when you get them strong
But
northwest
like I
cold
said,
winds coming
for
across
some
our
of you,
way,
you are
usually
awakening.
A little bit more of the bluff. And this year,
Let me
especially,
see
we had
what
a really windy start to spring.
focus you
I believe
need.
it was one of the windiest ones that Michigan's had in some time.
The
And you can just see the damage
focus
it's doing. Now, erosion's been
cards.
around for a while, but to see how far it's progressed, and then there's really no signs of it stopping. It's sad. It's a sight to see, and you need that drone to really get a perspective of just how bad it really is becoming. So hopefully they can come up with a plan.
Yeah, and the problem is it's not an easy fix or a cheap one either,
No.
generally speaking, right? Want to ask you too, the video we were showing from your drone is from April, but we want to also put into perspective because this is something we've been watching over time. And over the past couple of years, we were able to find some video that you shared from 2021. So what, about 4 years ago? I want to show people this is
What
from
do they
November
need to
2021.
focus
That's Harbor.
on?
I mean, look at outside of the erosion, how beautiful this
Yeah.
is. But then if you take a look at, and I think you can probably put it into better perspective of what we're looking at now in some of these areas, you know, to see that change. Have you been able to speak to people in these areas? I mean, it's got to be so nerve-wracking and unsettling.
Yeah, I have, and I also work in a town called New Buffalo where erosion has been a problem, especially when Lake Michigan was at a
Oh,
record
wow.
high a couple of years ago. A couple
Okay.
houses fell into the lake. I know they're trying to throw,
Meditation.
limestone blocks.
Meditation helps you
40, 50
focus.
plus thousand a year just to try to keep
Breathing
their portion of the
helps you
block together.
focus.
So it is sad. Some people are leaving homes. Some people want to move homes. You know, the lake's kind of just taking away that bluff.
You
So,
have
yeah,
travel
it's sad.
and you
I
have
think it's a beautiful
rest.
view, but the view comes at a
So
cost.
to me,
And
take
I
some
generally don't know how
time
they're gonna stop
for yourself.
Michigan from progressing.
Go on a little vacation or go out of town, travel somewhere by yourself or with someone that you can depend on, trust, and just
pretty crazy out there. It's almost like the
rest,
ocean. It's hard to remember the
relax.
lake sometimes.
I mean, we're seeing some of that wave action on Lake Michigan.
That will help
and I
you
think we've said
get
it
into
already. This
focus.
small video that you have shot, it's gorgeous.
Right.
But you
Get out in
you
nature,
like-
go around water.
It's a natural part of the process for whether it be the ocean or the Great Lakes to chew away at that shoreline. What's been concerning to experts has been the rate of erosion, how fast it's occurring, and it has come not just at a property loss. Well, I mean, you would consider it property loss when you lose a home, but there have been homes that have been lost, right? There have been local reports coming
Okay,
out of St. Joseph,
divination.
Michigan, of a subdivision apparently being affected.
You might have
in the
went
city. I guess
to
what
a
draws you to
psychic
this
reader.
part of Lake Michigan, it's where you're from, right?
You may listen
Right,
to
yeah.
psychic
I've
videos,
always been drawn to the beauty of the lake, but it's easy to forget just how powerful the lake is.
and your
You
person
know, one day
went,
20-foot waves
and
and,
or
you know, the
you- for
blocks
some
are
of
moving,
you,
the next day it'll be
your
calm as
person
glass.
went
I mean,
to
it's just fascinating. And I've lived here my whole life. I still will go out there every day. And I'm just
psychic
amazed by the
person
beauty of it, but also the power of it. You
to
know,
have
see
this
the
spell
power of
work
water. This is
done
just
on
water,
you.
moving water, you know, and
Okay?
Mother Nature taking back what it originally
Like I
was.
said, there is a spell on
It
you.
is heartbreaking. I'm also from Michigan.
She may have,
Going to
you
New
know
Buffalo,
what?
going into South
She may have
Dakota.
given you a
Areas,
bracelet.
They attract a lot of visitors every summer too. You know, just because it's so beautiful. You get people from Chicago, from Indiana, everybody wants to come.
Something
But it's not
that
just
they
in Michigan.
gave
Up and
you
down the coast, right? We've seen it in other lakes. Huron, I think, has been experiencing
has
that, and it needs to be
they
But it
put
is heartbreaking,
negative
right?
vibes
compare it to an
in
ocean.
whatever
You
it
were-
is that
right?
they
You were
gave
talking
you.
about the coastal
What you
plain
need
in
to
North
do is
Carolina
reverse that shit
that
right
also
on
changed
back
some homes that
to
walked away because of
your
the
person
battering of the Atlantic
or
Ocean.
whoever
I think
did
the
it.
video is just so important to share the story.
Get
You
rid
mentioned
get
earlier,
rid
something
of
about
whatever it
being able
is.
to show it your home state and to show people what folks are dealing
Then
with
again,
home. And
Yeah.
if you feel like you want to get rid of it, get rid of it. Listen to your intuition. If your intuition say throw it away, throw it away. But you also can get incense,
winter, spring, fall.
sage
That's when you get all those big waves. It is sad to see it, just slowly by slowly.
to
You know,
have
it's just kind of a helpless
to
feeling
remove
of what
that
do you- what can you do? I
negativity
mean, sure, you could throw some rocks and maybe a little wall.
off
but that's
of
not gonna
you.
stop a leak.
Yeah.
So I hope
You
they
can go
come up with
to a,
solution and
move
houses inland a little bit more. And, yeah.
high
We've
priestess
seen,
or
those incredible measures,
or
happen along,
person that knows how to
in
remove
Massachusetts,
all
where
of
there
that.
has been notable erosion,
You
but
can also read up on it, but you know what? All you gotta do is ask God to remove
worth it. I mean,
the
what we've seen in
negativity
Michigan. So, I
from
mean,
you.
it's a conversation that will certainly continue. We appreciate
For sure.
it
Get
getting
plants.
started with you being able to
Plants
capture some of
will
the
help
incredible
you
footage.
focus.
Nathan
No, I
Rosevich,
appreciate it.
owner of Nate's Dronography. Appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so
Painting
much, guys.
will help you focus. Let me get a few more cards.
I still, it is my dream to live
Okay.
I tell you this all the time. I look at properties all the time. Further north,
Some of you are regaining your strength
but yeah,
or
concerned
exercise to regain your strength.
Michigan, watching the sunrise, looking over the lake.
Saying you don't like people?
I love
That
it.
will help you focus.
I do like
No,
people.
you escape.
Now.
You escape when
Yes.
you have beachfront or lakefront property like
And
that.
power.
Yeah, hoping for the best. All right, listen to this.
Alright, just cue the video, right? If we're not
Now I
talking
might
about just
draw
today,
more
we're
than
talking
one
about
card
weather, we're
because I'm
about
talking to
swollen
more
creeks
than
that
one
rose. This video
emperor.
is from Laredo, Texas, which is just to the north of Austin. The video
I'm talking
captured
to
this
the
yesterday.
world.
Rounds of rain.
Whoever
in the
resonates
state, and in
with this
Jackson,
reading.
was rushing into the road at times. Several streets had to be closed because of that standing high water. The main flash flood threat is shifting away from Texas, closer into the coast, and especially right over Louisiana. We'll map it out and time it out when Weather Command returns.
What's more important, your nation or your children? What if protecting both was the same choice? Because a strong country is built on people that refuse to fall to something we can prevent. Measles, polio, whooping cough.
Allowing people their own path is a powerful way to show incredible unconditional love.
Invest in America. Vaccinate.
Healing your projections will help you avoid co-creating discordant situations. Get a few more. Okay, that's it.
No one looks forward to seeing the inside of an auto shop. Because if you're here,
You
the car is too. And that means something's wrong.
incarnated.
It means an expensive repair bill.
You incarnated now to free yourself from suppression. Like I said, you all are spiritually awakening. For some of you, yeah, you all are spiritually awakening. Take a moment to consider the things you don't like about yourself with love and compassion. Forgive yourself. Point blank.
Gary and Jerry just received a last
Forgive yourself.
Thankfully, Otter has the
And take a moment and reflect on yourself
So Jerry
and heal yourself.
and Gary can enjoy his lunch break. Regain your schedule. Try now for free.
I'm leaving the reading right there. You all
When the power goes out, power outages can
go
be
ahead on and
With a Generac home standby generator, your life goes on uninterrupted because you'll have power when you need
put
it
your
the
trust
most.
in the higher power, and He'll guide you. You are spiritually awakening.
Low monthly payment options are available. Call or go online now to request your
Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll get back to you all with another reading as I got it. Bye.